All right, bet.
Oh yeah, I started it. So go ahead.
So yeah, like I was saying, I'll hold this L because I thought there was more to his plan than just showing up. You know what I'm saying? In this chapter, it was stated like they found out too early about the fake supplies, so it's like I, I don't I don't know why they like didn't break off their supply line before that moment if they was like really trying to like be a fake. But I mean, it really didn't matter because Raboku had the Mega Mind to put a whole naval fleet
Yeah, and I
on
really
the
like how he
river.
had that like 1,000 IQ play where it's like, okay, maybe the fleet that's the bait, and the real supplies is what Kyoku has. I really like that.
Yeah, I thought that might have been something because and now we know why he was playing it up because like his men didn't know that they were the fake supply line. You know what I'm saying? So like he had to play it up for his men because they believed that they were the real line. Like they was like, why aren't we doing more? Because they need our food, not knowing that everything that they travel with was empty.
Hmm.
So
I
like
actually did a
like
bit
I
of
said,
rereading for last chapter,
uh
and
huh.
one of the reasons that he got caught off guard by Shinsuju was he didn't know that they had anywhere near 50K in the city, or at least that's what it seemed like it implied. Because he's like, they have 10,000, and they're like, they're coming to face us, these cocky bastards. Which if they knew they had 50,000 plus, they would definitely not say that. And then they were like, they might have a few fair soldiers there. So it seemed to me like they thought, okay, they have 10,000, maybe 15,000, maybe 20K at most, but like they didn't know they
The
had
whole
anywhere near
50.
50. Yeah, and then Shinjuju's army, of
Let
course.
alone I was about to say, let alone the how much are you gonna say left Ryoyu out of the 90K?
40K, I'll say.
40K? Wow,
Yeah.
that's high. You really think they lost that many people in the first day?
No,
Because
I'm talking about
they
like
were
after the whole thing finished. Like most of it was lost when Yotanwa, like she got past that encirclement.
okay. So they had 40K to add to the. So they probably have around 90K, if not 100K
Yeah.
at
And
Red Tubi. So
if
yeah,
if you look back at last chapter, they didn't even expect them to come out of the city, like I said. So that kind of explains why he wasn't expecting the flank. He was like, okay, even if they come out to begin with, that's kind of cocky on their part. That's kind of ballsy. They'll probably play it safe and defend from the city. But since it's Kosho, I wouldn't be surprised if he comes out. And then they also didn't exactly know the exact terrain, like the wooded areas around Rotsubi. I think like they should have sent out scouts as they were going there, but I can kind of see why now. You know.
yeah. Now this Raboku Mega Mind play with the whole fleet of Zao, right? That's never been like okay. Like all right, not gonna like pick sides. The whole fleet of Quinn has never been stated before either. So it's like everybody's pulling a navy, like they're pulling navies out of their asses now, right? Both armies, right?
Yeah, where the
Cool.
fuck did these guys come from? Where the
right,
fuck?
right, right. So both armies equally pull an army out of their asses. We're gonna admit that these are both just out of the blue armies. But my thing is, how is Zhao supposed to be a weakened, crippled state in all of this? If they like, how many people do you think was manning those boats, bro? They had a whole horizon full of ships. Like that has to be easily another 100K,
100K,
easily,
dude. Holy shit.
bro. Did you see how many ships they had?
Let me look at the pick again. That's fucking wild to me.
That was a bro. That navy was impressive, bro. That was a fleet, my nigga.
You're right.
That
They
was a
stretch over
fleet.
like the whole fucking horizon in that pick. Shit,
That's,
bro. Like maybe 30K.
30. Get the bruh.
I
There's
don't
more
know,
than
bro.
30 boats. There's more than 30 boats, and if you're telling me 1,000 men on each boat, nah,
I mean, a
nah,
lot of those boats are pretty small, to be fair.
bro. They had warships, nah, bro. Come on,
No, most of the boats are like
man.
small boats, and then they had warships like scattered around. You know.
All I'm saying is that's an impressive ass fleet, my nigga. For an army, for a state that's supposed to be crippled, weak, no men. You know what I'm saying? Chohei was supposed to have crippled. Like, yeah, this is crazy.
Like, why not just bring these guys to Shukai? Like, fuck the Kanton troops.
No bullshit. Now I'm not blaming the loss on the king. Like I'm not. Like that this is all Raboku. If you had this fleet, fuck fuck protecting against the supplies. If you kill everybody, there's no one to resupply.
Yeah, this is pretty much like the Sensuju situation where they didn't exactly have to have that many people go to Ryoyu, but he's like, Riboku-sama has this 100%, so we're just going to guarantee Ryoyu victory as well.
Yep. And listen, yo, this is so crazy because I don't want to jump ahead to the very end, but I kind of want to save the whole Riboku thing for later. Like, it depends on what you want to talk about. It's just stream.
Do you want to just go over the naval warfare for a bit, and then we can go to the Riboku thing?
All
So
right, so
they had some of the fog covering them, which is they thought it was good for them, but it actually ended up backfiring, and they got caught off guard by the fleet. And they also had the food supplies, the boats carrying them ahead of the warships, and I'm guessing because they were just faster, so they're just trying to get there ASAP, and they thought they weren't going to cover them anyway. So there's no point in getting into proper formations, and that kind of fucked them over. They weren't ready. They just got fucked pretty much. I mean, they tried to have the shield troops block the arrows and all that shit, but it just wasn't happening. All the fucking ships got past them.
okay, now, oh yeah, because they again, I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit. That was overconfidence and arrogance. You're sailing into enemy ships. Why are you not sailing into enemy ships in formation? Like you're like he said, bro. You're going upstream against us going downstream. Why would you put your supply units in front? Even like I get what you're saying. Like they're the fastest, but come on, bro. Logic dictate that if there is gonna be an attack, they're gonna get wiped out by whoever's bro, like that was not smart on the Quinn front.
Okay, here's the thing. I could maybe defend against that, but Osen should have told them that there's a good chance Riboku has a counter to this and he's gonna be ready.
We know that fucking Shohei-kun should have known. Like I don't know, man. Like Shohei-kun's my dude, and he's looking real bad in this arc because if Osen's request is what gets them the food, then I'm pretty sure Osen was like probably in his request like, yo, the resupply by the river is gonna be blocked by Riboku. So when the time comes, do XYZ for me. You know what I'm saying? As his favor, because we're apparently gonna get that next chapter. So it's like, bruh, if Osen told you XYZ was most likely gonna happen, unless you're sending this boat supply so that you can ensure that Osen's plan works. So you know what I'm saying? Like as a double fake out, you send the fake supplies to make sure that the boats get through, but then you send the boats with some real supplies to make sure that Osen's plan get through. Unless like that was the mega mind play, Suiju takes the L. I mean, Shohei-kun takes the L for this one.
I'm pretty sure that was, but at the same time, they wanted them to put up a better fight. It's not like they wanted them to just get fucking wrecked like that.
Yeah, that too. But like their whole fleet just got bodied, bro. And it's partly due to like the report said they were just completely outnumbered. Like, bruh, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, did you see how many fucking boats the Zhao had? That made no sense. That made absolutely no sense. They came through let me look at the picture again because I gotta count all these boats because this was crazy, bro.
And how fast were they sending that like update? Like at this point, if they came all the way back and sent them the update, like shouldn't they also not have started by now? Like I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that they have birds going.
Huh. I mean maybe, but then they had to like go by horse for like during the arc and shit.
See, this is what I'm saying, bro. Look, from the middle flagship, right? How many flags am I counting, bro? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm counting 14 ships just to the left side of the flagship. Let alone the other, like, bruh, there's at least like 40, 50 ships out here.
I mean, maybe if there's more and the image just cuts out, yeah.
Nah, I think there's more behind them because like you can see through the fog that there's some flags back there. So it's like, bruh, like you could think there's the ones that are visible, then there's the ones that are covered by the fog, and then like my nigga, yo, there's so many ships. Like, yo, where did Zhao get this from? Like, where did they get this from, bro? Somebody explain to me.
Yeah, this shit's crazy, bro.
Like this is crazy. And wow, I'm just like rereading this. Unless you're telling me that this naval fleet is absolutely piss poor on land and like they're not good foot soldiers, then there's no reason why you didn't just summon all of them to crash down on Konki or to crash down on Osen. You know what I'm saying? Like what like Raboku, what are you doing, bruh? What are you doing?
Yeah, like I said, I think it was just a cocky thing where Riboku has Shukai 100%. That's the only way I can really rationalize it. Yeah, you want to talk about those people pulling up?
Oh man. Okay. Now, I want real quick before we talk about that. I just want to talk about Shin real quick, and like I love like his leadership and like yo, make sure Kyokai eats and make sure like telling the foot soldier to eat and making sure Kyokai gets some. Like you know what I'm saying? It's just showing like how good of a leader he is, making sure that his people eat before he do.
Yeah,
But
that's been one of the main focuses on Shin's character this arc. He's just gotten a lot more mature and just more level-headed, a better leader, all that type of shit.
Right.
I really liked his demeanor this arc.
Yeah. Okay, so now we could talk about these needle niggas. Okay. Brother man. They pulled up on Raboku with the swiftness. Because didn't nobody notice these niggas but Raboku. But
Yeah, they pull up on him like Raboku was Mako.
Nah, facts though.
that's a fact.
Like facts though. Like yo, you chilling, niggas just surrounding them with horses. I ain't gonna hold you. I like their helmets too. They whole design is dope.
It's pretty sick. I'm
And
wondering
it's
if they're like some special unit under the last 3 Grid Heaven, like the 10 spears were for Gyon and Shoujo. That's the first thing I thought of.
Like as I was reading it, I felt like these dudes were kind of reluctant in like bringing Raboku in.
Yeah, they
You know
were.
what I'm saying? Like they did it because it was like King's orders, but they was like we really don't want to do this.
Because they know that Riboku pretty much has the war in the bag from like the info they have. So they're like, we're kind of just throwing the war, but we can't really go against his orders at the same time. So, shit.
Son, they really got this man in handcuffs though.
Yeah, that's a bio. Like, come on.
That's
What's up,
wild,
guys?
bro. What's up, man?
What's up, man? My bad for being late, innit? Had to go shots quick.
Yeah, you good.
It's all good.
We're talking about those guys pulling up like Riboku was Mako out here. Like, goddamn.
I'm surprised I didn't see them for like a mile out. Like, what the fuck happened?
Well, I guess because, you know, they're well-known people and they're going to pull up on the army and be like, hey, we're these guys. And they'll be like, oh, go ahead, you know?
True that. But where's Fute and Banana just on? Like, how moved the woman just because of that scene?
Yeah, fuck Fute, but where's Bananji? Where's my man's at?
Literally,
And speaking of Bananji,
honestly-
Riboku gave command to Earl Rai, not Bananji. What do you guys think about that?
he's not there. Though,
I-
but I don't know where the fuck he is.
Me neither. And now that you bring up Banaji, I'm wondering where Akko and Akakin are, because we didn't see them attack Raboku at the end either.
To be fair,
Well,
though,
Aiko's
Akko's like-
definitely still sleeping. Some people say he's
Yeah.
dead. I don't buy it because you just don't write the story like that where you don't mention it at all.
Yeah.
But realistically, it
God
makes sense
damn.
for him to starve to death. But
And
he has
Akko's
also not
too
been moving
big
at
to,
all.
Like, Akko's not too big to pop on the screen like that, so we just assume he's somewhere in Gil.
But yeah, I'm not sure if you heard earlier, but I'll humbly take the L. My man's was not as sleuthy as I thought he was, twirling the mustache for no reason.
But you know what's funny? SJ said he'll leave to alright the army at Gil. I mean Raboku, but then when he was in the carriage, he was like, "I'm gonna leave it to you, SSJ." But SSJ is over in Gil. I mean Rasubi. So what the fuck? I don't get that.
No, because he's saying like he would have liked to have seen, like he would have liked to have gotten an update about the Yellow River before he got taken back to Kanton. But he's leaving it in SSJ hands because he trusts him.
But like, SJ can't
But
do nothing about that though.
But what if he's talking about just in case the supplies that Keioku had, those were the real supplies?
Oh, yeah, true. I guess that could be what he's
So like
talking
Shinsuju's kind of overseeing the whole thing pretty much.
about. But even Coach was there. I guess SJ's right hand man or left hand, whatever. But Coach was enough, to be honest, to just be there.
I was just about to say, does that put SSJ above Kocho in Raboku's eyes? Like,
Yeah, that's weird, isn't it?
Well, I think Shinsuju's smarter. I don't know if he's above Kocho overall, but I don't get the sense from Kocho that he's not a warrior or he's someone that just completely specializes in strategy like SSJ.
Yeah, but even then, it will just be a matter of like being the army that does bring the supplies, which Kocho should be like good enough that Raboku just trust him to do that. But I guess because he knows
He
it's
could, but
straight
they have
more
enough
maybe.
manpower to where strategy is the main focus right now.
I y'all ready for the next like crazy theory?
Go ahead.
Go on.
We've been talking about the Zongnu for mad long, right? Like their past with Raboku and like their possible past with Sun Suiju, right? Right.
Yeah.
What if Osen's request was to go meet up with like what if because like Osen was stationed like to the Zhao border to the north for like the most like when we was with Toe, he was stationed to the Zhao towards the north. So what if during his time up there he brokered some type of agreement with the Zongnu and his favor that he asked for of Sohekun was to go like summon them or like to go cash in that favor and the
Oh, that's
Zongnu come in with the fucking like they come in from the north. Now that nobody's up there, Raboku's not up there, Banaji's not up there, Sansuiju, like they come in from the north and make a beeline for Gyo.
I mean, it's definitely wild. It's crazy. It's out there, but at least
Mm.
it's feasible and it can make sense. So I would be down for
I'm
it.
saying, and that would be a surprise, my nigga, because like when like you know what I'm saying, we would have to get a whole backstory on when the fuck did Osen even like broker agreements with the fucking northern mountain tribes and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, that's the, you know what I'm saying, because this has to be an Osen surprise, right? Like,
Plus,
wasn't
there's a
that
slight, yeah, there's a slight opening because the guy that was up north, the general, he's surrounded the Ottawa, so nobody's watching him right now, which they could just calm down.
General Tori, I think he might be a beast too. Like not SSJ like Bananji level beast, but I feel like he might be a good mid tier.
Yeah, that would be good to see him.
Twale,
not
what do you
good
think
enough to
about this?
stop-
Because you thought he wasn't enough to hold back Yotanwa. Some people were saying
Right.
that maybe Bananji went with him, so they have Yotanwa's option covered for sure.
Okay, that would give me more pause than
Yeah, that makes
than
more
that
sense.
than that new dude by himself. You know what I'm saying? Because if that new dude just coming down from the north alone is enough to stop Yotanwa, then that A shits on Yotanwa's hype and that B shits on the story that's been built up that Zhao has no competent soldiers when you like I said, you just pull out 3 of them that are GG level. You know what I'm saying? Sansuiju, Kesha, Sheba Show. It's like you just pulling people out the woodworks. Now you got this new dude coming from the north, and he's on the same level. It's like, come on, that's too much. But if Banaji went over there, it's like, okay, I can see that. Baggio hasn't recovered enough. Maybe Yotanwa hasn't recovered enough to fight Baggio. They're not gonna off-screen. I mean, they're not gonna off-screen Banaji, so I can see that being a deterrent.
I just
Yeah,
want to say something real quick about the Zhao didn't have any capable fighters like Kin's Perception back in Bio. I feel like anyone from the north is fair game because they don't have any info on the north. I just find it weird how if someone's retired like Yo no Chogayu, the idea of them coming back for their state doesn't even like cross their mind. They're like they're retired, so 100% they're not coming back. Like
Yeah.
it's just really weird to me to think like
But
that.
it could make sense though. I mean, the Gyoen and Chogari thing, because like their master died, but it's more of like
They don't
they're, like,
really like
depressed
personally
and
know
all
their
of that
characters
shit.
though.
Huh?
They don't really personally know their characters though.
Yeah, but they know like if a guy retires after like Euro dies and shit, he's probably done out here. Like that's probably a common thing when
Maybe
even
it's
in
because
Kenya.
the rest of the Renshojo troops they basically committed suicide, so they got
Yeah,
some
true.
idea because of that.
Yeah, and
But
about that thing, the North thing, it makes sense that Banaji does go because like there's no way Roboku should think that guy can hold the Otan when she beat the Kwanrong and the Zao Force, which was outnumbered like 2-1.
well,
So
we
it's
don't
a
really
bit,
know how many troops he has. But if Bananji did go, did you guys think he went before Riboku went to attack Kanki or after?
probably before
Yeah,
because
because he
he
wasn't
should have
shown at
split
all.
right at Shukai.
Yeah, because he wasn't there. He wasn't there during the Conky attack. So he was
Yeah.
either defending against Osen or Raboku sent him to. Well, nah. During that battle, he was probably defending against Osen because I don't think Raboku would have sent him to reinforce the blockade at that moment.
Yeah, I would
No,
agree.
but
But it's
I
just
think
so
he could
weird.
have.
Like, why not show him at all? And then if you did send him after, why doesn't Riboku say General Tori's there with Bananji or something?
Yeah.
Because probably because like it's supposed to be a surprise to us. So like as a like storytelling wise, Raboku and them already know Banaji's there.
Yeah, I get
So it's
that,
just
but
like, all
like,
right,
is it a surprise that
boom.
matters?
Maybe we
Yeah,
could show like
because
Tom were trying to calm her, but then
right, I was
Banaji
about to
stopped
say
him. Some shit like that.
right, because if we do see like Yotan would do it, like if we see Yotan would attempt something, and then it's like she breaks through this Tory guy, but then out of nowhere Banaji comes, it's like okay, that makes more sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
I guess it could be a hype moment. I just don't really see Yotanwa attacking to begin with.
Man,
You know what I was thinking though? Maybe like the only way I think they can get food is Zhao actually gives it to them. What if like Olsen sends a message to the king or whatever, and like he bluffs him or something, which forces Roboku to come back, and the king to give Olsen food somehow, and then
The
Olsen
king
attacks
personally gives
Kantan.
Olsen food. He's like, "Yo, Riboku lost Shukai, so help us take over your state."
No, maybe some shit like we have enough food. Olsen does a bluff like we have enough food to attack Kantan right now, but we'll promise to leave it alone or whatever for X amount of years if you just give us food, or we'll just attack right now with all our forces. And the king,
That
he's
would
an
be so
idiot,
dumb.
so
I
he
wouldn't
could
like that at
just.
all. Some people
So
have
I
been
don't
saying there's
know.
like one person in the Zhao court. He's just been like gathering food for like months and months, all for this one moment. Like some wild shit like that.
No,
Like imagine
I
one
don't-
person or like a small group gathering that much food and bringing it to Osen.
But if Olsen does like get it from Kantan or whatever, that guy could like stir up shit in the court to like make the king agree or whatever.
I'm
Yeah,
telling you, it's the Zong Nu, my niggas. Just
I don't know.
based off of Shohekun's face in the last, because I'm rereading the chapter now. Just based off of Shohekun's face in the last page, it's like, nigga, what did you say? Like, yeah, nigga, I need you to go get the Zong Nu, nigga. What? Like, yeah, I can see that happening now.
And like his
I
last
don't know.
words too, he's like, "You really are." What is he gonna say? One insane bastard after all. Like he's gonna copy what Conky said.
Yeah, like,
Yeah, it's like that.
listen. Osen's that nigga. I keep trying to tell y'all. In Osen, we trust. Osen the GOAT.
Unless
Osen.
he somehow has something to do with Roboku going back to the capital, yeah, that's just a luck right there.
I mean, I think it's
Big
heavily
listen.
implied that he does.
You think so?
I mean,
It's too convenient for it not to be.
the king did tell the nigga, if you lose Shukai, you lose your head.
yeah.
If you lose Yo, you lose your head.
Yeah, but he ain't lost
Hey.
skill fully though, innit? Like,
Nah,
the kin,
he did. He lost Yo.
The kin are starving, like they're pretty
The
much
kin-
done, like
The kin are starving in Yo.
yeah. But it's still Roboku still has them trapped, so it's kind of
Yeah,
they're the ones
but-
that are fucked more than Zao at that point.
True. Like Roboku is still in a technical favorable position, but if you
Yeah.
want to be technical, he lost Yo, therefore he should lose
Yeah.
his head. Like,
True.
you know what I'm saying? And the king already don't like him, so it's like, why am I holding back? Nah, come
These
back to
niggas
the
didn't
capital.
learn their lesson. Like, what was it? The same king that brought Rempa back, which led to the loss of like 400k men. Or
Yeah.
is that?
Yeah.
Because
Oh, he's
Renpa
a
used to
fucking
scold him when
idiot.
he was a kid because I guess he was a piece of shit as a kid too, and then he hold that
Yeah.
grudge.
Wait, was that this king or was that his father? That
No,
Yeah,
that was this
Renpa.
kid. I'm pretty sure it was when he was a
my
kid.
this
God.
Yeah,
damn.
Renpa used to
Damn.
scold his ass as a kid. He knew he was a piece of shit back then too. He tried to teach him the way, and he held the grudge.
The way. Oh shit.
Rempa gonna know. Rempa's gonna be like, I feel for you, bro, when he hears about the L.
Man, I don't really like how convenient this is with the Zhao King though.
Yeah.
It's not really convenient, bro. Like it's been how many days since they lost at the Shukai Plains? Like I'm
Still,
pretty sure
like-
the Zhao King has been getting updates. Like my nigga, you lost the battle, then you lost the city. Then you know what I'm saying? You like think about it from the king's perspective, right? You lost the battle, you lost the city. You had every available soldier except the 100 elite Kantan soldiers. Everybody else was available to you. You know what I'm saying? And you set up blockades, you do all this extra shit except wiping out the enemy. In
Yeah,
home
but
territory.
those 100k like would have made the big like Kim. I mean, Zao would have definitely won. Like,
Fuck the 100k. I'm just saying, like, okay, you're salty,
But
so
nigga,
you're gonna
look
let go down instead of just having Riboku win.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
the king already
it's his
admitted he don't give
personality,
a fuck.
innit? Yeah.
He already admitted he don't give a fuck. Like he could hold up in the city for 2 decades and he wouldn't give a fuck if he was under siege. Like I'm
I
good.
guess, but if he really didn't care that much, then why set up this whole thing to begin with?
Set up what
Just
whole
to
thing?
spite Roboku, innit?
Set up Riboku defending Zhao and like having all
Oh.
these troops try to defend Gyo and then getting salty that Gyo gets
mean-
taken to begin with.
Look, apparently he's not gonna just submit and surrender. You know what I'm saying? That's what you have, great generals. Like, you know what I'm saying? He literally said, "Go, my great general, go fight." You know what I'm saying? But if you lose, just know you
Mhm.
lose your head. And honestly, that's par for the course in these days. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like he's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, on some G shit, if Osen were to lose and he didn't die, he couldn't just go back to Quinn and be like, "Oh yeah, I lost." Like, nah, my nigga, Osen
Nah,
died.
I think he could in this war.
I mean, that's pretty
the
much what
odds were
Mogu
so
did.
bad. Nah,
You know what I'm
Ken
saying? Like, they
technically
were-
win that one though, Junkins.
Like,
I mean,
were
they won,
expecting
but they
a-
technically lost. Like for instance, like in Dakon Plains where they wanted to, I think they siege like a certain city or something. They didn't siege the city, but since they killed Goke, they still considered it a win.
Oh, alright.
Right.
So because they lost Loki, they lost Bio overall, even though they technically defended Bio City. And then Mobile was one of the biggest reasons for them losing, and he came back
you can
fine.
argue though, because of Ryofu, you know.
Yeah, that's the one argument you can make. He had ties with Ryofu. Ryofu had all the power.
But I'm just saying, in most cases, when you lose a great battle, you're supposed to die.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't just like that's what Karin was saying. Like I'm surprised the defeated commander, like after the coalition, can just like slink back so carelessly. Like niggas was expecting Raboku to get clapped after the coalition, but for whatever reason he got saved then. You know what I'm saying? But
I'm just gonna play devil's advocate for that because the coalition is like an unprecedented event. Like you have all these advantages. Like that's a huge embarrassment on Zhao's part. And you can argue, them losing this is an embarrassment too, but I don't think it's nearly as much of an embarrassment as getting all the states to team up and then you still lose.
Nah, you know why? You know why it is, bro? Because Raboku was clouded as the smartest, the best, the most feared general.
He was back then too.
Right. Hold up. Not only that, but as Karin stated, this battle should have been too easy for the Zhao. You know what I'm saying? The way that the whole Retsubi Gyo situation was set up, this was a simple let them come in, lock the door, surround them and destroy them.
Yeah, that whole plan was based on the 100k at least though. Like, they were a big part of that plan. Because when you think about it, there's the real Shukai army, They would freed Gyo, and then there would be the 100k army that would have freed Gyo as well. What we could have done if
I don't know why Karin would predict the 100k not coming.
Karin didn't know about the king like being a prick on that, so actually
even with the 100k, Raboku should have won this.
Okay, but I'm just saying it's not as embarrassing as losing the coalition.
It's still not an L, by the way, because Kinna trapped in it, and some bullshit about to happen where Osen does sign. So
Osen about to do something crazy. That's the thing, though.
It's getting close to the line.
It's just so annoying, bro. Like, if anything, let Riboku beat them and then execute them. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
Let Riboku beat them and then execute them?
Yes. Let him take back Gyo and then just kill him if you want.
But how much worse for Osen? I mean, how much worse for Riboku would it be if whatever Osen is about to pull actually gets over on Riboku? And then the king is like, all right, my nigga, you done lost 3 times.
Okay, that'd be so embarrassing.
You know what I'm saying? You done lost the Shukai Plains, you done lost the city, and then you let them resupply in front of your face? Oh, wow.
Fam, that's the king's fault, though. Like,
nah, it's better for Riboku if they resupply while he's on his way to Kinan. You know what I mean?
He can blame it on them.
Yeah,
I think there's a good chance that might have been the case anyways, because there's still El Rai, there's still probably Bananji, there's still Fute there, so I think whatever it is, it might be something that even if Riboku was there, it wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah, but he can just play it off in court. He's a prime minister and be like, I still would have won if you fucking let me stay and all that jazz.
What I'm hoping happens, right? Because now that I said the prediction, what I'm hoping happens is on Raboku's way back to Kinan, he just sees a massive fucking Zongnu army heading south.
That's fucking wild.
And he's just tight, with mad food and all of this, and he's just like, no way. And he's just like, absolutely no way. And then he's like, are they heading for Gyo? Like, they're heading for Gyo. No.
Like, he's gonna keep going.
No,
like he knows it's over.
Just no. Just why now? Like, no. Like, it's gonna happen. Watch, the Zongnu are gonna play a role.
He's gonna be like, shouldn't have sent General Toei, motherfucker.
Yeah, because listen, either that or they coming from the Kokyo Hills area because there's nobody over there either.
I still hope we see Hoshiga. I want to see my mans.
Who's that? Oh,
the cavalry reader.
Yeah,
get the fuck out of here. He ain't coming.
Hey, never say never. But what do you guys think of Riboku's fate?
Alive or dead?
Do you think the king is gonna try to execute him here? Do you think Riboku might actually get executed? Do you think something might happen and it gets delayed, it gets stopped?
No, I don't think. Well, he may try, but I definitely think he's not gonna die because we need to see him and Shibusha team up.
Unless obviously, I don't think anyone's gonna think we're gonna have another Zao arc without Riboku being at the helm.
Yeah.
And then we still need to see Riboku take advantage of Kanki's weakness.
Not for nothing. like they have a mock trial, like not a real, like it's like obviously like a front, but during this trial you see that old man that that was in the court. You know what I'm saying? The old man that was like on Raboku's side when he was talking to the king and shit, trying to
Mm-hmm.
get the troops mobilized. And then you see Prince Kai. Like you see a bunch of people stand up for Raboku to where like they do it publicly, and they like the king just can't execute him because like look, we're in a crisis. We need Raboku right now. So if you have enough people plead for him publicly, you know what I'm saying? Like they'll postpone his execution until after the Quinn is like the Quinn threat is dealt with. And
I don't
then
know.
during this time, like no, I'm saying during this time, I want an assassin to kill the pedo king.
And I think
That would be
during the war, because Prince Carter spoke to Roboku before, and I think during that time he must have thought like, yo, if Roboku does end up losing, it's gonna be tight if the king actually kills him. So he built up like his power a bit more, got them ready, saying to his guys in it that if this doesn't happen, we're gonna have to like take out the king, or
Yeah, that would
you
be
know,
some wild shit if the innocent Prince Ka is just like, all right, we're gonna assassinate now.
yeah,
We're going savage mode.
Yeah, because he loves the state more than his dad, didn't it? So you know, why
Sure,
not?
he just seems too innocent to do that. And I don't really think Tojo's the type of
Nah.
person to like really care what anyone thinks. He's like, all right, you pissed me off, fuck you.
No,
Yeah,
but when you don't
got
control like the whole court, like you can't really just do what you
yeah.
want, even at that point.
Maybe he thinks the whole situation is so pathetic, he just laughs at it. It's like, all right, fine, fuck it. He just like trolls.
Because like if they can convince enough of his people, like yo, the threat is real. Like they have yo, they'll be at like you know what I'm saying, they'll be at Kantan tomorrow type shit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they can get enough of Tojo's people to be like, all right, my nigga, look, we need Raboku right now, so maybe we don't kill him now, but like after, like later, we
Yeah.
kill
But how
him?
can they
You know
even
what I'm
say
saying?
that?
So, like,
Because the reason they didn't send the troops is like, even if Riboku loses, then we can hold up for like a decade or two, whatever it was.
No, but that was the king though. That wasn't the
yeah,
people themselves.
right. That was that
But
was
then
the
how are they
king.
going to
guys
convince him
still-
if he's so sure?
I
No,
know,
but if he
I'm
can't,
saying, like,
his ruling like kind of loses power if like everyone in the court like doesn't follow
Right.
him. Because Say can't say whatever he wants, because everyone will just be like fuck Say, and then they'll all just resign from their positions or take over the court. So
you know what I'm saying? Like you see, like we saw like with the Rio Fui shit, like the power is built amongst alliances and people backing you more
Yeah.
than your position has a lot to do with it, but it's more so of who backs you in your position. So it's like to a certain point, yeah, he's the king. He can do whatever he wants. He can decree whatever he wants. But like I said, if they make a good enough point to where it's like, yo, look, Quinn will be at Kantan tomorrow. We will all be wiped out. We need Raboku today. Like, you know what I'm saying? We can't do this without Raboku. I'm pretty sure enough of people in his own camp would be like, look, postpone the execution until after the Quinn shit is dealt with. You know what I'm saying? And then kill him then.
because these guys still live in Canton, their families are there. Like the king's selfish, but these don't care about their lineage and shit like that.
The next day thing is just an example, right? Just making sure.
Yeah, I'm not saying next day. Like they probably
Yeah,
gonna,
okay.
like in a year or two, they probably gonna be sieging Kantan. But
Yeah,
I'm just
but,
like, but that's
for
that's how
one,
they
like
got
that
hype
fat
it up,
dude,
but-
he's probably gonna not be for that. And whatever they decide, like I feel like they should have decided that all the way back when they were making the decision to not send the 100k troops. That's my only plight with it.
But that was like the king's decision, though. It wasn't really anyone else. No one was there aside from the king and two other guys or whatever.
I mean, I would assume the people in the room were like pretty high power.
I mean,
Wait, what?
wasn't it just? It was just the fat guy that works for Quinn, or that was
Mm.
working for Real Fui that one time.
Yeah. And the old
And
guy,
Isn't
right?
there more, or am I
Yeah.
thinking of when they just got the message? Like when that old guy just got the message and he's trying to
Yeah,
tell Tojo. I was probably thinking of that moment.
Yeah, because it was only the four of them. It was Kosen Ryu, the old guy, the fat guy, and the king, and the little boy sucking on his toes.
Yeah. What do you think of
And then-
Roboku using these guys to kill, or Prince Khan maybe, to kill the king? Like the guys that captured him today. And they do that, they like him, I bet.
Yeah, they seem reluctant to like take him in.
Mm.
I mean, if that was the case, I feel like they shouldn't have gone after Riboku. They should have just killed Tojo.
Oh, that's
But
wild.
they can't
That's
do that
wild.
without like stuff in place, like who's gonna take over, are the people that are gonna take over kill us, you know.
Right, bro.
Can't
That's what
do
I'm
that
saying.
without
You
Roboku's permission.
you just calling for the deaths of monarchs like that shit is all willy nilly, bro. You can't
Yeah.
just kill kings like that, bro.
What-
Whatever the
Kill
case is,
everyone
whatever
related
assassination
to
plan they
you,
have in an attempt, it's gonna be wild. and it's gonna
Like
be risky. So
Yeah, but if they have Roboku's backing and Prince Carl's backing, then they know like if this goes well, then we're good. But at this point, there's no one that's gonna back them. Like their whole family's gonna get wiped out. So
right.
they need that permission from whoever's up there.
I mean, they should have came up with that plan like much earlier. Then I don't know why they didn't have this talk already.
But I'm saying, do you think? Okay,
Because
is
this could
Prince
be the
Hard?
nail in the coffin, then, innit? Don't you think? Like Roboku getting sent back, and then him getting sent back could lead to King resupplying, and then these guys just have enough of the King's bullshit.
Oh no, that's
I
a
don't know,
fact.
bro. Part of me thinks the
This,
king's just gonna like have a heart attack and just collapse.
I hope no. I hope he dies to someone.
I hope so too.
I mean, I would love it if whoever the new city is comes in and like gets hired, because somebody in the Zhao royal court knows how to contact Kyokai's clan, because that's how they hired Yu Rin for that short period of time.
True.
So if they hire
Mm.
you know what I'm saying, maybe like the next CDU, and that's how we introduce like a new threat coming forward.
That would be pretty
Yeah,
dope. I like that idea,
But
to be honest.
yeah, so they hire the next CDU. She assassinates Tojo. It puts Prince Kai on the map, and now he's the king. After that, you know what I'm
next
saying?
rules out getting a dub, you know?
Look. If Zhao lost one cheat code in Hoken, and they got another cheat code in the new city, so what's good? They
They
did
might
this.
not even. That's if they'd use. Oh, you're saying they'll use a Shiryu as a soldier then later on?
Well, yeah. I'm saying like whoever hires her to like
Yeah,
assassinate Tojo will hire her like they, you know what I'm saying, they see what Kyokai can do, and
yeah. Oh,
that
that would be
CDU,
sick.
and remember what Yurin said, like whoever the CDU is gonna have beef with Kyokai,
Yeah,
so that person would have not only like the money aspect, but they would have a personal grudge against Kyokai. So it's like, yeah, two birds, one stone. I'm gonna clap
yeah.
her, get this bread. You know what I'm saying? Put the CDU back on the map the way we supposed to be.
That would be
Yeah,
sick.
we need to
Like,
see a Shiryu army eventually. Just like I don't even care if it's just 1,000 men or even like 500 or women technically. I just need to see an army of them.
Yeah, a
if
thousand's a
Kyo,
lot though, don't you think? That for
if
that.
Kyokai went back and recruited all of the clans, that's like, think
I
about it. They
think that
only
might
send
happen.
two at a like I'm saying, they only send two at a time. But like if she got like all of the clans, like all of the
Mm.
clan like kids, like nigga, they was murdering kids at 14, 15, just training. Like, nah, get your training on the battlefield, learn some weight, plus your dance. Like, just like imagine Kyokai really at the helm talking about dance, and just you just see like
Yo.
30 squad just tone, ton, slice, tone. Like, nigga, there's so many of them now. It's like, yeah, bro, y'all just not fucking around no more.
See, the thing is, Kyokai thought it would just lead to like more hatred and like them chasing after her. But what if they learn of the tale and they're just like so amazed by how badass she was to pull up to all of them and then kill them all that they're just like, all right, fuck the previous Shiryu rules. We're just gonna follow her. Like
Yeah.
she's like
Like,
clearly
nah,
like the best Shiryu of all time. Like fucking, she makes the rules.
she has to go and murk all of the elders.
Yeah, definitely, because they're never gonna budge to a new way.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, like fuck the law, right? You know what I'm saying? Like the law, like y'all broke the law that killed my sister. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all allowed the laws to be broken to kill my sister because we were too good, right? So I'm still too good, and she kills everybody. Now everybody's under her. There is no different clans, nigga. We are one tribe. We are the Kyo tribe, and we are going to fight for Shin.
I could see that happening once we take over Zao in it, and then Kyokai just goes about because she can go freely everywhere in it. She goes about looking for all the Shiryu clans.
I don't even
And
know
just,
if they'll care about the elders after like seeing how much of a legendary feat Kyokai pulled off. They might just rebel.
yeah, but
Nah,
you gotta get
fuck it.
they're
We killing
responsible
the
for their
elders just
deaths though,
because.
innit? Yeah, they're responsible
We
for so
killing
many
them
deaths.
just because,
Just
bro.
because, like,
Nah,
how's that gonna
just
happen in
because.
story though? She's just gonna run up on an elder.
Nah, okay, boom, end story, right? So, what do you give this arc? Like another 2-3 chapters? Like we figure out what Osen did, they get resupplied, and they celebrate.
Yeah, pretty
Oh
much.
yeah,
All right,
that's fair.
bet. So after that, right? You say we give it like a year of rest before we have like another like big war, kind of like after the Kokyo Hills, maybe 2 years because of how big this war was.
Hmm.
So boom, during those 2 years, while she's recouping, you know what I'm saying, she got to get her legs straight. Like say like right around the time she recoups her leg, she still can't do like because remember she's nerfed now, so she can't really like do her priestess dance all full out, but she's still better than the rest of them, right? So during this resting period, while Shin is like learning what it means to be a lord and a general, because you know what I'm saying, he's gonna have to learn that shit eventually. So we take like a little time skip, little filler. To like I said, 2 years to like learning shit, and during that time, she go down to her clan, go down like, yo, we having a meeting of all the tribes. Like, imagine she pulls up during the ritual and whoops everybody's ass, but doesn't kill them.
Yeah, that would be sick.
I mean, I would like it. To me, that would make sense. If oh, god damn, Kaz, your little sister, holy shit.
My bad.
To me, it makes sense if you just think about it logically, but that's not really what Kyokai was going for. Maybe she'll have a change of heart. Who knows?
Honestly, because the way I'm thinking about it is like everybody has to like. Well, this is if I was writing the story or whatever. Like everybody from like Bihei to Ten to Kyokai,
They all got to do
would
everything,
just,
right?
like they would have to fucking like they would like take a look back like at this war, and it's like, yo, I need to get stronger. You know what I'm saying? Like I need to get better for shit. It's, you know what I'm saying? Like the awakening was cool, but now they need to take it another step. Like you see how like Shin is always training with Kyokai. Shin is forever training, trying to get better, trying to like work on his like glavemanship and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like everybody in the high Shin unit needs to be on that same level. Like niggas need to be approaching 10, like, yo, 10, teach me strategy. Like, yo, 10 needs to be holding actual classes. Kyokai needs to be fucking
100%
teaching
agree, dude.
10.
And
You know
I
what
think
I'm
it'll
saying?
add
Like,
a lot of weight
um,
to how difficult the battle was. Like it won't feel like it was difficult just for the sake of being difficult. Like it actually led to development, and they thought about it, and they actually
right.
changed, got better. I would really like that.
Yeah. And seeing Shin dead, I guess, would that make them all go overdriving on the
Yeah, and
training
that
and
I
shit.
was about to say that was another thing. Like Shin died, Shosa died, like we Koga died, like we lost some like OG like homies, my nigga. So it's
Mm.
like you want to keep the original homies, and then you want to because like the new niggas is getting better. I don't care what nobody say. Kanto, yeah, Kanto, right? Yeah,
Yep.
Kanto, like the Pokemon region, right? That nigga, he's gonna get better. You know what I'm saying? Like low key, he inherited fucking Shosa's will with the spear and shit, so he's definitely gonna get better. I don't think Jin is dead, so hopefully my man get better. But we see Tan is letting off fucking cannons with his arrow. Like he's literally letting off rocket launches. Like, bruh, like
Like, next arc, yeah, Tan and both of them are going to develop, and then they're going to fight off with the Zhao and bow, top bow, whatever.
oh
Should be
man,
dope.
next arc should be crazy.
Yeah.
Mm.
I always say this every time we talk about next arc, but I just want to see a mini arc where the Haishin, it's just the Haishin unit. They take over like some small region, and we get to see Naki, Gero, all those type of people just go in. But yeah, guys, do you have any
You know
final
what?
thoughts?
I'm ready for some bullshit from Olsen next week, innit? That's about it.
Bullshit, huh?
You
I
never
was
know,
just
like,
about to say,
you
bullshit.
never know, fam.
It's
All
Kaz
the
in his
guys
mind
use-
like Riboku, my god, is gonna lose. Has to be bullshit. Nope, already
The
made up
L's
my
coming
mind.
so close.
You know it's not bullshit because we've been waiting on this request since the beginning of the arc.
Yeah,
Every
but the
like
request has to make sense where all the stuff that did happen.
Yeah, I think he's just
Everything-
saying because Hara thought about it for so long, it's probably not gonna be bullshit.
yeah, that too. But everything Osen has pulled has made sense.
Yeah,
From the fake supply line to the fucking to the locust plan to the not sending them aid for the awakening. Everything has made sense. Was it fully believable? We can get to that, but it has made sense to a point.
yeah, definitely. But like, a lot of stuff
So-
did happen from like when the
And that's
request
what
was made, innit, to like now, and like a lot of stuff have to fall in line. Maybe the request, like everything that did happen, didn't really affect the request too much, which was I'll believe in.
Nah, I'm telling you, the request is something like this. When you get confirmation that we have taken Gyo, I want you to send a message to these people, right?
Yeah.
And then the message goes to like Osen's people at like his home, and then from there they send their envoy to the fucking to the Zongnu up north.
Wait, if you're right about a young it's gonna be crazy.
To be honest, when you said Osen's people, I thought you were gonna say some wild shit like Jacko and Paco come. Like
Oh
cousins of
nah, nah,
Echo and Mako.
nah. Like Osen got some aides. You know what I'm saying? He got some people that can send some messages, some birds. But he has like one envoy from the north that speaks their language and shit, that writes in their tongue or whatever. And it's like, yo, I'm cashing in that favor. Remember that deal we talked? I'm cashing that shit in now. I'm telling you, that's gonna happen.
That'll be some eyes and shit.
Because look, right? The supply route through Retsubi was fake. That shit already got beat. The supply line through the Yellow River already got beat. So where else can they supply through? Either the middle of the mountain, like I was saying before with Hanwha, or up north.
They can. It
Like,
can also be from Key, but it's unlikely for that to be ocean related because he seemed like kind of surprised.
but why would Key get involved? Like they said that they would. They said that they were content with watching from the sideline. They said nothing about aiding. Like,
Yeah, I know.
get
I'm just
like,
saying
we're
like
on
a realistic
like, a good
option could be
relation.
Key.
No,
But
because
where
that could
they
just start a whole war then. Like, later
I'm not
on.
talking about
Yeah.
realistically like they agreed and like it makes sense in canon that they would do it. I'm just saying it could be very
Oh.
plausible if they wanted to do it. That would be a good way to do it.
But wouldn't they have to march through Zal to get to where Gyo is? Or is their border close enough to Gyo to just like give them the food directly?
I don't know. I'd have to look at the map. But I feel like that's a better option than someone in Zhao who's like been building up food for months and months, and him or a small group of people are gonna transport the food. Like that's just wild to me.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, it's coming from the north. It's coming from the northern mountains.
All right, we'll
They
book
would
that.
see.
That's the theory I'm subscribing to. Partly because I came up with it just now.
Yep.
I'll say no more. No. It was a good chat.
Yeah, I mean, I think there were some holes. It makes Riboku look even more arrogant with how big his navy fleet was, but overall a good chapter. My favorite part of the chapter was Riboku like really preparing for the contingency of it being a double bluff and Keioku's food supplies, that being the true food supplies. I think that was really dope.
I don't think that was Riboku though. I think that was SSJ. Like that was all SSJ.
No.
Didn't he say that Riboku told him of that possibility?
Nah, Riboku told him that they were gonna resupply through the water. He took it upon himself to attack the land troops just to make sure. But then he was like, it was for nothing because the real, you know what I'm saying, the real supplies was going through the water, and Riboku had already covered that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I'm looking back and yeah, you're right. Good feed for SSJ then. Maybe
Yeah,
he thought
man,
that because he was like, it's too obvious, like they made it too easy for us. So that might be like part of the
Right.
bluff.
It's the double pump, bro. It's the double pump. We hit you at Retsubi. Alright, there's no food. Then we hit you in the river. Alright, there's food in that. So now you think you good. Now you falling back. Like, okay, we didn't crush them, right? We didn't caught on to their fake supply line. We didn't stop their real supply line. Then bam, you get hit from somewhere. Osen's a goat, bro. Osen's the man.
I'm just excited for the next chapter, man. I want this shit.
We've been waiting for this chapter for like years, it feels like. Like this is the chapter.
Bro, I just nah. The chapter I've been waiting for is when
Ceremony.
we finally get. Yes, bro. Yes, when we finally get that general shit. Shin has been elevated to general. His nobility shall go up 4 ranks and 3,000 pieces of gold and 5,000 treasures. Like, yeah, nigga, let's fucking go.
Shogun gonna cry.
Oh, bro, I'm
Give him that
gonna
nod.
cry. Fuck you talking about?
I get you.
But,
You
yeah.
understand? Oh man,
I'm gonna end it here, boys.
Yeah,
Good
go ahead,
discussion.
bro.
Peace.